Most of you guys are probably sick to death of hearing this Amir Khan, Kell Brook talk, and I can't blame you because they've been going back and forth for so many years. And the latest from Kell Brook is, well, you can see you can see right here. Kell Brook says Khan is a little, you know what, and he is making excuses. I'm going to quote Kell Brook. He says, he's a little BITCH, to be honest with you. He's tried every excuse in the book to not make the fight. It's going to kill me to make 147 pounds, but I'm willing to get down and make that fight. There's nowhere else for him to hide, in my opinion. What other excuses can he come out with? And yeah, Brook has also said here, I'm going to the fight, so he'll be at Khan's fight tonight against Vargas. He says, I think we're running out of time now. I think this is more or less his last chance to get it on with me. I'd love to take the fight at the end of this year. That's what the world wants to see, Brook versus Khan. I actually went into the ring for his last fight, and he ran out of the ring when I got in. All I want to do is make this fight happen for all the fans. And I've made no secret of the fact that, to me, it seems obvious that Amir Khan is avoiding this fight and has been avoiding it for years. When it comes to the reason that he's avoiding it, I mean, that's up for debate. Some people say he's scared of Kell Brook. Other people say that he hates Kell Brook so much that he don't want to give him a payday. I've always found the bitterness between the two to be bizarre because I don't know what it stems from. It almost seems like there's something that's gone on between them, like behind the scenes, some kind of personal issue which has been unresolved for many years. Because if there isn't anything like that, it seems bizarre that they dislike each other so much. Like, what's it about? Is it just about egos and who is the supreme welterweight in the United Kingdom? I don't know. But yeah, the animosity has been there for some time. Now, Khan, in recent weeks, months, etc., since signing with Eddie Hearn Matchroom, he's been talking more about the Pacquiao fight than the Kell Brook fight. And I did say at the time when Khan signed with Matchroom, I said this might actually make the Khan Brook fight less likely. Not more likely, less likely. Because when Khan wasn't with Matchroom, Eddie Hearn was putting a lot of pressure on Khan. He was shaming him in the media all the time for not fighting Kell Brook. But now, with him signing to Matchroom, he's one of Matchroom's clients. So Eddie Hearn can't put pressure on Khan anymore. Now, he's working in Khan's best interests. You see? So now Eddie Hearn is not putting pressure on Amir Khan to fight Kell Brook anymore. So that could actually make it less likely to happen than it was previously. Because again, it seems as though Khan doesn't really want to fight to me, for whatever reason. Khan is a very brave fighter. You know, he's been in there against Canelo and Maidana and all kinds of fighters. So he's very brave. I don't think he would be frightened in an actual boxing ring with Kell Brook. No. But for some reason, he just, he don't want to fight. And he wants to troll Kell Brook. Like a few weeks ago, Khan came out and said, does Kell Brook even want to fight with me? Hilarious. So yeah, really strange situation. In this interview right here that Khan did with IFL, Khan's talking about money. At one point, when Eddie Hearn's partially in the interview, but at one point, when Eddie Hearn goes, Amir Khan says, if the fight don't happen, blame Eddie Hearn. Which some people are going to say was pretty two-faced of him to do that. And I guess that's fair comment, but maybe he's also said these things to Eddie Hearn behind the scenes. But yeah, Khan says if the fight don't happen, blame Eddie Hearn. Hearn has got to come up with the money. It's all about the money. If he puts the money up for him to fight Kell Brook, then he's happy to do it. So he seems to be making out as though money is the issue here and that he wants the correct amount of money to fight Brook. But is he going to get more money fighting these other guys than he would fighting Kell Brook? Now, if he fought Manny Pacquiao, then yeah, you would imagine that Khan would get a hell of a lot of money to fight Manny Pacquiao. Potentially more than against Brook, potentially. But if you're talking about Khan against Thurman, Khan against Spence, Khan against Danny Garcia or Sean Porter or Terence Crawford, right now, if those fights were to happen after the Vargas fight, any one of those fights, I can't see any of them making Khan more money than a Kell Brook fight would. Maybe I'm wrong, but I personally can't see it. So, and those fights are arguably just as dangerous. So why would he be willing to take on a fight just as dangerous for less money than Kell Brook and avoid the Brook fight? It's just so weird to me. The situation between Khan and Brook. Why doesn't Khan want to fight? It just seems as though there's something personal between them, which is not being talked about publicly. Maybe we'll find out years down the line when they're both retired and they start writing their autobiographies or biographies or memoirs or whatever. Maybe we'll find out then. One of the things I want to find out, by the way, speaking on that same particular subject, is what happened with the Adam Booth, David Haye, George Grove situation when they were all together and seemed like such a tight-knit team. I'm waiting for the day that the book comes out about that situation, you know, or a book comes out written by any one of those guys explaining what happened in that situation and why their team broke up, because I didn't see that coming. I think most of us didn't see that coming. They just seemed like such a tight-knit team. So when Groves split up with Booth prior to the first Froch fight, it just took everybody by surprise, you know. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let me know what you guys think about everything I talked about here. Drop your comments below. I'm out.